Biden has greatly diminished his chances of getting reelected by supporting Israel and funding and arming a genocide. Lots of people, especially young people nowadays, don't want to support Israel's genocide of the Palestinians, and Biden doing nothing but helping them and defending them no matter what they do has soured people against voting for him. I will not be voting for Biden. I didn't vote for him last election. I will not vote for a Democrat who is actually a right-wing fascist, because if you're going to defend, fund, and support a fascist right-wing government, you're a fascist yourself.
Not since the days of Vietnam have America's students been so angered by a conflict beyond their shores. But the plight of the Palestinians in Gaza has touched a raw nerve and could ultimately have profound political repercussions. This is George Washington, the United States' first ever president, now draped in the paraphernalia of pro-Palestinian protest. But it's one of his successors, President number 46, Joe Biden, who's at risk of electoral defeat because of what's happening in Gaza.
That's the medical tent. That's like the food community tent.
In 2020, Selina Al-Shahabi was part of the team canvassing for the Democrats. This November, she won't even be voting for Biden herself, let alone trying to persuade her fellow students to do so.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that did vote for Biden last election that will now never vote for Biden no matter what he says, because he's shown his true colors, and those true colors is fascist Zionism.
Personally will not be voting for Biden. I think he's a disgrace. If you truly cared, you'd be coming out to these encampments, you'd be having dialogue with students, you wouldn't just be sitting in your ivory tower doing absolutely nothing but funding an ongoing genocide.
Recent opinion polls indicate that Biden is falling out of favour among the first-time voters who were originally planning to support him. Just by staying at home in November instead of voting, this group could hand the presidency to Donald Trump.
No, it's not voters handing Donald Trump the presidency, it's Biden doing it. Biden knows that he is causing people to not want to vote for him by funding and supporting a genocide in Gaza, as well as many other things that Biden has done that has soured people from voting for him.
Something some of them seem willing to contemplate. So you'd be prepared to not vote for Joe Biden and risk Donald Trump becoming the president?
That's right. Yeah, I would. To me, there's not a big material difference between a Trump presidency and a Biden presidency in terms of ending the genocide.
The election.
Yeah, both would support Israel continue their genocide. Biden is supporting it. Trump would support it. So what's the big difference between the two when both are right-wing fascists?
Is still 6 months away. Enough time for the Democrats to win these disaffected young people back into the fold. But there are no guarantees.
I think especially this generation, Gen Z, are feeling that the older generation has failed them and they are going to suffer the consequences if they do not take action now. So they're not waiting for anybody to tell them what to do. They're taking the reins of their future.
And the future they envisage might be one that doesn't include the current president of the United States.